Well, here we are up the cliffs again. I slept in this spot before, so I came out trying to get some rain on the tarp, and it stopped raining the moment I got my tarp up. I'm really gutted about this, but here's the tarp set up. Yeah, it's all nice and cosy inside. No rain, heavy wind, but it always is up the cliffs. So I've already had one of my croissants. I've got a chocolate croissant as well, or pain chocolat I should say. And the idea of these, I'm going to be doing some more hikes now, just getting used to being in the outdoors, because we're going to be living on a boat, between a boat and a motorhome soon. So I wanted to get my fitness up, get out and about and just experience the elements. I was thinking actually I might stay out a little bit longer until the rain comes down, until it gets colder as well when the sun goes down, because really it feels like if I'd have brought my sleeping bag and my bivvy, I could probably sleep here. But I know it does get a lot colder at night, so especially up on the top of the cliffs. But yeah, here we are. So let's get back inside. Very cosy in here. Do love this tarp. Pinned it up on a tree. I've used some of the central pull-out points to pin it up onto a tree. So I've got some space here. I've got some space, an extra space there for my bag and all my gear. So it's good. I got absolutely drenched coming up here. Really chucking it down, and so I'm drenched. I'm soaked. My trousers are wet. Everything's wet through. As soon as I got my tarp up, rain stopped. And right now it's supposed to be the heaviest part of the rain, the heaviest rain for the day, which is annoying. It's good to be under a tarp again. I always love it. It gets the endorphins going. It really does, for me anyway. But I still have that funny feeling like I'm going to get told off. I'm on National Trust land, so I can't sleep here, but having a picnic under a tarp, you know, I'm not leaving any mess or anything like that at all. It's perfectly fine. But I keep expecting some official to come around the corner and have a go. I think even as a kid, I always had that. I've never trodden wrong, you know, as far as the law's concerned. I've never been one of these kids, you know. I grew up with kids who would have absolute disregard for anyone's property, for any kind of law, any authority, anything. Sometimes I wish I was like that, because in later life, you know, it sort of translates through to your later life, and you know, I still feel like I'm going to get told off, which is bonkers, you know. You live your life up to age 54, perfectly fine, get through life and everything else. But when you do little things like this, which are slightly away from the norm, it sort of feels like you're going to get told off. It's probably just me, I reckon that's pretty rare. But it is what it is, you know. And coming out, the more I come out, the better it'll be. The more often I come out, rather than leaving long gaps as well. And filming outdoors when in public is not something I've always, you know, talking to a camera is one thing, then filming outdoors in public is also another thing that can be tricky, especially when you know there's people around. I came up here, started setting the tarp up, and there was a couple walking past in the pissing rain. Excuse my French. But, you know, funny enough, it's been getting like dark. We've been looking out the window at home. It's been, oh God, bloody hell, it's 3 o'clock. It's dark already. So it's about, I don't know, about 1:30, 2 o'clock now, and the rain's supposed to really hammer it down at 2 o'clock. So we'll see. The weather is always wrong. They always get it wrong. But I'm hoping that when it gets dark, that the temperature will drop, and then I'll sort of gauge how it is, and then I might come up here another time and maybe do an overnighter. Which of course you're not supposed to, that's wild camping, but you know, living life on the edge, quite literally. I'm about 3-4 metres from the edge of the cliff. So I've been thinking about this channel and YouTube in general, and I've browsed through YouTube a lot. I've used it a lot over the years for learning things and that sort of stuff. And I'm really finding now that YouTube it seems to be on its way out. I don't know why. I've got 2 channels. I'm just finding that there's just not much activity going on, really. I mean, to be fair, I haven't done a lot, but when I do, I don't get a lot of engagement, and the engagement I do, I get just miserable people commenting. That tends to be what I get. So I've been spending more time over on TikTok, which is where you get a massive audience over there, huge audience, and generally, because people are just scrolling through, if they do bother to comment, it's generally nice, and you know, it doesn't eat into your and deflate your attitude, you know, which is easy done when you're a creator. So I've been over on there, and I've been using TikTok as well. There's lots of TikTok's very clever, because it can train, the algorithm can train very, very quickly to what you want, to feed you what you want and what makes you feel good. It's very, very clever. Whereas YouTube just serves me up all sorts of random shite, which is probably why you're watching this now, you know, served up some random shite. So as I say, I've had a croissant. I can't be bothered to do a coffee. I was going to have a look at doing a coffee. I brought all the gear. I don't really feel like it. So I'll have my other chocolate croissant in a minute and then probably head on home. But it's really nice to be out. One thing I do find though, when you're under a tarp, and once you're sitting down, you've eaten, you've had your coffee, it's boring. It's really boring. I mean, it's beautiful being out, especially on a nice day. Yeah, I mean, the odd seagull flying past, which is always nice. I love a bit of nature. But yeah, I'm literally staring at a bramble bush, staring at a hedge. I'll show you. That's the view from my tarp. There we go. It's just a hedge. And yeah, it's pretty boring. And I'm set up right next to a compost heap of these pine twigs. Big massive pile of them under this pine tree. And it smells. That's why I mentioned it. Anyway, I think I'll set this out, and if anything interesting happens, I'll let you know. Of course. In the meantime, I'll probably head off home in a bit. Yes, here comes the rain. I can hear it pattering on my tarp. Lucky I stuck around. I thought I was a bit bored, so I did some Duolingo on my phone to keep my streak up. Le Brésil est un pays. And then I just heard some rain patter on the old tarp, which is fantastic. So I'll sit here and wait until it really hammers it down. Can you hear that? Real rain on tarp. Well, this tarp is performing very, very well. It's now starting to rain quite a bit, and I'm dry as a bone, apart from my legs. My trousers are soaked. But I've just spotted some mozzies, and I forgot my DEET spray, didn't I? But if this rain doesn't let up, I'm going to have to pack up in this rain, wear my poncho on the way home, and get equally soaked on the way back. But that's what we do this for, right? I think I'll be sure to use my walking poles as well, because it can get really muddy on the way back down the cliffs. I don't want to be going for a Burton. Cheers for sticking around, and I'll see you soon.